Hey guys, what's up? Austin Smith here with a review of Raj, which is an older card game from the 90s, bidding game, pretty simple. Before I show you the game, let you take in that beautiful 90s game box. Wonderful looking, wonderful. Alright, let's take this off to the side. The game is very simple, there's only one sheet of rules here, and here is the game actually set up. Although, of course, the players would all be in different corners or whatever like that. The one thing I have to mention is the cards and the tiles don't really go in the box that well. The box insert doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, but they do fit in easily. There's no real problems with it. It's just kind of weird. The game goes up to 5 players, so there are 5 colors. But I'm using 3 in this example. Technically, I believe you can play it 2. That just seems kind of unfun. So you have 15 tiles that are face down that are labeled points -5 to 15. The object is to get the most points. Each player has a deck of cards with 1 to 15 in order to obtain that goal, and play proceeds. One player grabs a tile, flips it over, in this case it's a 3, and each player looks through their deck to decide how much they want it. The player who puts the highest card down will win, but they secretly select the card. So say red player wants it this much, and the green player will secretly select his so that you don't know how much he wants it, and that's how much he wants it, the blue player. And then every player reveals at the same time. So green and blue, turns out they both wanted it 7, but red wants 8. So this card is then discarded. It does not go back into his hand, so he can no longer use the 8, and he gets 3 points. Should, though, he have played, say, a 6, he still would have won, because these other players tied. So the tile goes to the player who has the highest number without tying. If they had all played 7s, then the tile would remain out. You would flip over another tile and add it to the total, and the next player would get both tiles, next player to win. If that happens on the last turn of the game and everyone is out of cards, then that tile is not used and no one gets those points. Now, as I said before, there are negative tiles. This one happens to be -5, and lowest number gets a negative tile. So you really don't want -5 points, so players would try and play higher numbers still. So higher numbers are always good. So you don't want -5 points. You might play a 9, and this player might play an 8, and this player might play a 7, because he's betting that someone else will hopefully tie with him. So in this scenario, since the lowest number would get the tile, then the red player would also get this tile, which would put him at a total of -2. If he had tied with, say, the green player here, say the green player had, instead of playing an 8, also played a 7, then even though the blue player's number is higher, he would have still gotten the -5 points there. That's it. And then another player flips over a tile. This one's a 7, and there's all sorts of numbers. As I said, -5 to 15. There is no 0, because that would just be kind of pointless. And the game continues until all tiles have been taken, or if there's a tie in the last round, like I say, all cards have been played. And then players count up their score, and a winner is determined. If there's a tie, you just play another round, because the game only lasts about 15 minutes or so. Maybe a minute per card. It's really a short game, really an easy game. It's a very basic bidding mechanic with a very, very pasted on theme, very thin veneer of theme. There's snakes on the tiles that are negative points, and there's sort of things that you kind of associate with wealth, like monkeys and coins and jewels and other things on the tiles that are worth positive points. The thinnest veneer theme, it's just a straight bidding game. It's very abstract, and I like it a lot more than I probably should. I really love this game. It's fun to play for 15 minutes. My friends and I love it. You could probably play it with a deck of cards. In fact, I know you could play it with a deck of cards, but that would go a maximum of 3 players, and you would have 13 cards instead of the 15 you have here. Very simple game. You can try it with a deck of cards if you don't think that tracking down this older version that looks a bit nicer, a bit higher production value is particularly worth it. I do like it a lot though, although I can understand how some people might not. That is Raj, and if you don't like it, it's only a couple minutes. So, that's that. Thank you for watching. Bye.